So welcome back to Electric Vehicle channel, my dear friends. I am Krishna Chaitanya Mandela. In this video, we will see some of the facts behind electric vehicle industry, and I am suggesting all the electric vehicle owners to watch this video before buying any electric vehicle for the first time. So for genuine information on electric vehicles, please subscribe to Electric Vehicle channel. So firstly, I would like to start with pricing of an electric vehicle. If you see, after the rising of petrol prices in India, most of the electric vehicle dealers also cleverly increasing the price of electric vehicles because people started aware about electric vehicles and the savings, cost savings and pollution. These dealers are cleverly increasing the prices, and always check with the different dealers available in the city, because in the same city there are several dealers, and each dealer is offering different price, and someone is asking high price and someone is asking low price, and it is actually happening in the industry. And always check for the low price in your locality and go for it. And the second point I would discuss about the range. And people who are buying electric vehicle for the first time always ask what is the range. For example, they said 100-kilometer range. Don't think your bike will come definitely 100-kilometer range. The 100-kilometer range comes only in the eco mode, and you thought with the maximum speed also you will get the 100-kilometer. It will never happen like that. Eco mode means it is the minimum speed if you travel. In that mode only you will get the 100-kilometer range. But it's your duty to ask them what is the range and what are the parameters you need to follow to get that maximum range of 100 kilometers. Even in the eco mode, if you ride in singles only, you will get the maximum range. But if you don't ask these facts, if you blindly buy an electric vehicle and you thought like what happened, like I bought this vehicle for 100-kilometer range, it is not getting, then definitely it will be your fault because you are not asking them. And the third point is very important. It's all about no license vehicles. As per government law, no license vehicles are considered only if the top speed is 25 km per hour. But most of the electric vehicles, which is 99.9% electric vehicles, especially the two-wheelers available in the Indian market, are more than 25 km per hour. So they are unlocking the speed and giving for the customers. In that case, if you are not careful, definitely you need to face some legal issues as well, because in case if you met with an accident, if they check the speed, definitely it will be more than 40 km per hour or 50 km per hour. Even I have come across with a recent incident where some of the dealers offer a 70 km per hour electric bike as no license vehicle, and it is somewhat really ridiculous. It is not good for the industry as well, because no license vehicle is nothing but an electric cycle. But as the industry is growing up in the initial level, this no license tag helps the electric vehicle industry to grow. But some of the manufacturers are misusing this and giving speed up to 40 km per hour or 55 km per hour as a no license vehicle. But as for your safety, always ride the electric vehicle on 25 km per hour in case if it is a no license vehicle. And the fourth point I would like to discuss is about the suspension of an electric vehicle. In today's electric vehicle industry, most of the two-wheelers, the suspension is very poor. Even I have tested many electric two-wheelers, but majority of the electric two-wheeler suspension is not working properly, and people may face health issues, especially the back pain will come if you ride this electric two-wheeler for long time. If you are going to buy an electric two-wheeler, always try to do the test ride on irregular roads, not on a flat road condition. But most of the time, in the excitement of your first electric two-wheeler, you just ride in the 100 meters of radius, but that 100-meter radius will be a flat road condition, and you don't know, you don't have the capability to judge an electric vehicle what is the suspension of it. And also the charging also, after 80% of a charge, most of the electric vehicle speed will reduce, but you don't get the chance to do the test ride after 80%, because if you are going for a test ride, most of the dealers will give you the full charge and you don't know like what is the speed after this 80% and will the speed reduce or not. And if you want to check the proper review, always watch Electric Vehicle channel for the proper reviews, and then try to know what is the suspension, is it working properly or not, so that you have a chance to choose your electric vehicle wisely. And the fifth point I would like to share with you is about the insurance. Obviously, insurance is almost same for a petrol vehicle and electric vehicle, which they are giving 5 years as third party insurance and the first year as a comprehensive insurance. But for your safety, always try to go for a comprehensive insurance for the 3 to 5 years of for your electric vehicle, because if you see electric vehicle industry, there is a lot of scarcity for the spare parts. In case if some damage occurs for your electric vehicle after 1 year, as your vehicle only covered the third party insurance, you may have to pay more money for the spare parts. But in case if you take the comprehensive insurance, you may get save some of the money, because the comprehensive insurance usually take 600 rupees for a 3 years time. but if you don't take it, if something happened in case, because most of the electric vehicle parts are made with fiber plastic, they are delicate. If they get damaged, you need to pay a lot of amount for that. So always try to take this comprehensive insurance for your savings on your electric vehicle. And the sixth point I would like to highlight is about the warranty of an electric vehicle. This point you have to clearly check with the dealer, respective dealer, because if they said 3 years of warranty on electric vehicle battery, and don't believe that okay 3 years of battery life. The battery life usually they will count is based on the age of the battery pack. For example, if they said first year the 100-kilometer range, and then it is covered completely, but next year onwards they will say what is the age. For example, it is 40 Ah battery, they may count 36 Ah battery for the second year. After particular usage, even the battery usually degrade, right? On that basis they will always say that whether the battery comes with unlimited warranty or any kind of terms and conditions on this age of the battery. This is the main thing people are facing any problems, especially in case of electric two-wheelers. After settlement point of time, like after 2 years, the battery started degrading, and if they go to the dealer, they will change with a other battery with less age of the battery. And always remember for this point. And the seventh point I would like to highlight about is the tire pressure. Even though it seems to be a silly thing, but it is a most important thing in an electric vehicle, because if you don't maintain the proper air in your electric vehicle, especially in tube tires, if something happened to the rear tire of your vehicle, it's very difficult for the mechanic to change that rear tire, because rear tire is actually attached with a motor, and most of the mechanics not aware of this electric vehicle motor and how to detach this rear tire. And that particular occasion, always try to maintain proper air pressure so that your vehicle doesn't comes with any kind of punctures. That is the main thing you need to look after. And the final point I would like to suggest you is about the registration or the road tax waiver from the state governments. Especially I would like to mention some of the state governments like Delhi and Telangana, they have already waived off this road tax and registration fees. In case if you don't aware of this, please always watch our electric vehicle channel, and we would like to mention the recent updates. And if you want to purchase an electric vehicle, and always check with the dealer, is there any kind of registration or road tax benefits. If you don't ask them, they may not share this actual information, so that you are actually losing most of the benefit when you are waiting for the state government approved for the EV policy or the road tax and registration waiver. After that also, if you don't confirm with the dealer, you may lose some of the money, like 4,000 to 8,000 rupees for a two-wheeler and up to 1 lakh rupees for a four-wheeler. So these are some of the facts happening in the electric vehicle industry. And as an electric vehicle owner, always cross-check with the dealer, or else try to cross-check with yourself, so that you will get a lot of savings on electric vehicle. So for genuine information, please support electric vehicles, so that we will share most of the genuine information behind the electric vehicle industry. Go green, go electric.